Is it okay now? Can you read the text better compared to the previous resolution? Yeah, looks better now. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's do one thing. Okay. So we have the ACL log match entry function, and what we can do now is, after we create the entry, we can match it with previous entries. Okay, this is the same. We had this count argument here, and basically we want to retain this count here, because if there are 10,000 entries already inside the log, we absolutely don't want to scan so many entries. So we can say like we scan 10 entries, and if we cannot find any duplication within this number, we just create a new entry. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, if there was a match here, what we do is the following. We have to free the entry that we created, but we have to update the old one. So what we want to do here is the following. So the matching entry client info becomes our new entry client info. Similarly, the ctime is the new ctime, and finally the count should be incremented. And now we take the old entry and we set the the client info to null, so that should be safe to free the ACL info entry. So we now call ACL free log entry LE. Okay, should be it. No, error, C info. Okay. Oh, we don't need the current time, because here we just and also here, okay. Oh, this was just copy and paste from the other code. Okay, looks like it's working, but we need to test it. And okay, here we can see it working, I think, but there is an error. Count is 2, and the reason is get, and everything I believe worked as expected, more or less. ID 6, so let's look at the script. So yeah, the first two are the gets, and this is correct. However, what about this one? So we do the first get and then we do the get again. After this change, you will see that there is something wrong, which is, this is still the last entry, and I think this is wrong. So what we want to do instead, here is the following. So we here found a match, so we know that we are going to update this match. What we want to do here is to make sure that this entry will be the first entry, so we have to move it, and to do so we can do just list del node ACL log purend list add node tail head ACL log current. No, here the log is actually ln. Okay, now if this fix is correct, we should see different story when executing this script. And indeed, as you can see now, after the update, the ACL entry is relocated at the first position. Okay, looks like it's working as expected. Also, we can be sure that the client information changed and was updated with the last client that executed this event, because as you can see, the ID is 8, which is the maximum ID that we have here. Okay, looks like it's working. Let's check if we introduced any memory leak so far. Yes, there is a memory leak. And let's see what's the problem here. Okay, first we try to understand where the memory leak is. Just checking for the most likely spot. So disable this feature, no longer matching. Execute again this. Now we have 4 entries because the matching is not working. Now check if there is the leak. No leak, right? Since programming is always funny, let's try this again. And now we have the leak. We have the leak. Okay, so we are doing something wrong here. And what we are doing here wrong is that we are leaking this because we are overwriting the old value, leaking it. So if we free this here, it should be okay. Stop again, execute again, call leaks again. Okay, no leaks. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do a few minutes more of work here. So what we have here, it's failed login attempts, grouping of similar entries. We can remove this from the to-do list, or another technique is to just mark it as done. Oh, this is more aesthetically appealing. Documentation later, ability to configure the maximum number of entries and to change this. Okay, probably the simplest thing right now is to implement this ACL log reset command. Okay, so we have two strategies here. One is to create, to call the function that destroys the list. However, in this case, we need to make sure that when we create the list, we have the proper function that will call the free method on each element of the list. So if we open the list implementation of Redis, which is very old code, like 2006, we should have some list empty. Exactly. This list empty function will just destroy every element one after the other, and if there is a list free method, it will be called. So it's perfect for our use, because we can just call list empty here, ACL log. But in order to do so, we have to set the free method when we initialize the list. We can use this define here, list set free method, and it's ACL log, ACL free log entry. However, I should get a warning here, yeah, once, because it's still not declared, and I have it here, and I can just put it between the prototypes. But I should still get exactly. Okay, we have to declare the structure here, but anyway, we will get a warning because the list method expects it to be void, so we can just use void here. We will have less type checking, but c'est la vie. And we instead do this. Okay, now with this two format we should get no warnings. And now ACL reset should work as expected. Let's try it to see if it's working. So we compiled already. Yeah, we did. And let's start the server. Let's start this one. Oh, no, doesn't work. And actually, I know why. Let's set free method. Now that we set a free method here, this is conflicting with what we do when we delete the node entry and we add back it later. So we will use a trick here. We set this free method here, and we will reset it to the null method again. So we use this free method only locally and then want to manage manually the object, because otherwise when we move the element from the middle to the top of the list, we get problems. Okay, now it works as expected, it's relocating. Let's check again for memory leaks, and we have no leaks. And now we do ACL log, and we do ACL log reset, and we expect now the log to be empty, and it is, and we expect it to have no leaks, and it has no leaks indeed. Okay, so this worked as expected. Okay. Okay. Should be it for today. See you tomorrow. And I will be on the channel for some time if you have any questions.